Hey there. Welcome back. If you're new, welcome to my second video. So I just want to start by saying that I'm not here to be the next motivational guru. I just want to have a real talk about what's going on in my head and how I'm taking control of my life differently than how I did in the last 29 years. So if you've ever felt like you're stuck or you're second guessing your decisions, and if you want to stop letting life happen to you, keep watching this video. So in this video, I do want to talk about a couple of different things that I have been thinking about since I shared my first ever video on YouTube last week. So many things have been going through my mind, and I feel like I'm changing as a person, and that was the goal. So it's already working from the first video. I only got 2 comments. It felt huge. I was smiling like an idiot just when I was responding to those comments. When you see strangers on the internet taking the time to comment on your video to support you, it's an amazing feeling. So the first step, the one that I had been avoiding for so long, was finally behind me. And you know what? The anticipation, the fear of putting myself out there was much worse than actually doing it. Taking that action reminded me of how we get caught up waiting for the perfect moment, the right conditions, or the feeling that we're ready. But if you're waiting for that, you'll probably wait forever. Hi guys, my name is Sergen, and thank you for watching, and I hope you watch this video till the end. Growing up, staying humble was the default. Don't make too much of yourself or expect recognition. I remember knowing the answers to questions when I was in school, but I would keep them to myself. I would write them on my notebook, but I would not say it out loud. I would keep my opinions close, sharing them with only family and friends, maybe one-on-ones, where I felt safer being wrong or misunderstood. I thought that by focusing on what I did well, I could avoid the risk of looking unprepared or imperfect. But no one is perfect. And the growth doesn't come from just staying within those safe zones. You know, it's about being willing to put yourself out there. And I know this isn't just my experience, it's many of us. So when we lock into a certain mindset early on, like I'm better off doing things solo and focusing on long-term goals, it starts out as a perspective, but over time it can turn into this core belief about who we are and what we're capable of. And the tricky part is these beliefs quietly start to limit us. Take isolation as an example. Maybe it starts as a way to stay focused, right? But if I don't question it, it becomes socializing is just a distraction, or I don't need others to grow. And suddenly it's not just a frame anymore, it's a rule that I'm living by, even if it doesn't fit who I am now or where I want to go. The key here is that these are just limiting beliefs. When you let them control you, you're just reacting, not living. Reframing them is actually what helps me move forward. We don't have to believe every doubt that crosses our minds. There's power in just recognizing those thoughts and moving forward anyway. I think one of the biggest traps that we fall into is the fear of contradicting ourselves. So we get wrapped up in not wanting to appear inconsistent that we avoid trying new things altogether. When we stop ourselves from changing course or evolving, we're just caging ourselves. I still haven't told anyone about this channel, and honestly, that feels pretty liberating. It's something that I'm doing purely for myself, for the process, and for whoever wants to join me here. It's not about needing others' approval. Embracing this kind of freedom means allowing myself to be inconsistent as well, as long as I'm in control and still moving forward. So what does that mean? So we have to let go of the idea that growth has to look a certain way. It's not always linear, it's definitely not always pretty, but it's about finding the courage to step outside of your comfort zone and to act outside of the mold that who you used to be, and just explore whatever you want to do. Maybe you want to change your job, and you're just complaining about not having enough time to apply for jobs or, reach out to companies, just finding those key people on LinkedIn and just emailing them and telling them about why you would love to work there. So there are definitely like small things like this that we can do to improve our lives. I have been just using Easy Apply on LinkedIn and complaining about why I haven't gotten a better job. Now, let's talk about the journey so far. So if you're creating something or if you're just starting anything new, be ready for the roller coaster. For example, in the past week, I found myself obsessively checking YouTube Studio, waiting for the analytics to update. I would refresh to see if there were more views or comments. Noticing these habits and tendencies about ourselves can help us make better decisions in the future. So what I'm realizing is that the real value is in the process. I'm figuring out what works for me. So for this video, I did make an outline. My first video didn't have any structure. I was just talking to the camera, and I think it did help me because I didn't try to make it perfect. I did not try to overanalyze it because it does make you stop. So I'm trying to like set up some kind of structure going forward so I wouldn't just ramble. I still don't have a complete system, which is totally fine, but every little step counts. Anytime I think of something that I want to discuss on my channel, I just note it down. It's not perfect, but I know where to find those crumbs of ideas when I need inspiration. So that's where I'm at. I'm trying, I'm failing, adjusting, and figuring out how to make this journey work for me with all the contradictions and challenges that come with it. I don't have all the answers, and I don't think anyone does, but if any of this resonated with you, please let me know where you are in your journey. What's holding you back? What are you working on? Remember, you don't have to wait until you're ready. You don't have to wait till everything is perfect to start. Just take the first step, get a feel for the journey, and recalibrate as you go. You don't have to know where it's all leading. You just have to keep moving. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.